as you come into your child's pose, I just want you to feel out your back. Stretch your arms really far forward, so much that you're kind of pushing your fingertips into the mat. And as we inhale, start to breathe into your back. I'm just gonna adjust this right now, but keep doing what you're doing. So do your child's pose and breathe into your wideness of your rib cage and try to exaggerate that expansion by deepening your breath. Now with the hands really grounded, keep them like that. Just come up with the hips and start to draw your hips forward. So we end up with now the chest towards the ceiling. And with the exhale, we come back to that child's pose. See if you can do this really slowly, really methodically. We're doing the movement in unison with the upper body with the lower body. We'll do a couple more like this. We're trying to warm up the joints of the hips, the shoulders, the spine. The next time that we come forward, that will be our last one. We'll stay forward, tuck your toes, and exhale to downward dog. Keep that momentum going though. As you inhale, let's come back to plank and then go to downward dog. And doing this a few more times, start to feel the strength into your hands. So keep spreading your fingers. Don't let the fingertips lift up. Instead, ground into your fingertips, ground into your knuckles. The last time here in our downward dog, ground your left foot. Bring your right leg up. Bend your right knee and point the knee to the ceiling. So you're pressing the right hip towards the ceiling. With the inhale, let's come back up with the right leg. And exhale the right foot between the hands. So it's just gonna come up and you put it there, hands on either side of the foot, and drop the left knee. As we inhale, lift the left knee. And we're just going down and up with that left knee. I want you to start to feel it in the back foot. So notice the heel is high and we're really opening up the bottom of the foot here. Same thing with that left hip. We're trying to open up the left hip. So keep pulling the left hip forward slightly. Just a couple more here. You might start feeling it into the thigh muscle. That's a good thing. When you lift the knee, squeeze through the thigh, squeeze through the glute. Last one here, we're gonna keep the knee down. Untuck the back toes. Take your hands to your right knee and take your left arm to the ceiling. As you do this, we're starting to lean back. Now, there may not be a lot of movement for you. That doesn't matter. I just want you to feel it. Notice if your right hip is drawing too far forward. Pull it back so it's in line with your left hip. We're gonna be here for one more breath. Use your right hand to help press you open. And exhale, lower the left hand down. Ground both hands, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and step the right foot back to plank. Now when you get into your plank, adjust your hands and feet and equalize there. Ground your right foot, lift your left leg. Bend your left knee. So remember, we're trying to open up the hips, so almost like you're trying to step that left foot behind you. Inhale the left leg back up to the ceiling and left foot between the hands as we exhale. Again, pick it up and move it there if it doesn't come up in one step. Drop your right knee. Lift the knee. Drop the knee and lift the knee. It doesn't matter how far or how fast. I want you to just explore. What's going on with the bottom of your right foot? What's going on with your right knee, your right hip? We'll do a couple more. Start to feel that engagement in your right glute when you lift the right knee up. And with this last one, right toes untuck, left hand comes to your left knee, reach the right arm up. Keep thinking the right hip pulling forward as you lift the right arm. Start to go back, only to what feels good, but notice the tendency is for you to arch the shoulder up to your ear. I want you to just open up the chest, and the arm is only there to aid opening the chest, not so much hunching the shoulder. Take one more breath in. See if you can sink the left knee further forward. Exhale the right hand down. Right toes tuck, lift the right knee. We're moving to down dog once again. When you come to your downward dog, step your feet to the edges of your mat and rock the hips side to side. Keep pushing your armpits back. Maybe walk your hands a little bit closer towards your toes so you can get more spacious to the hamstrings. Hold to neutral and come to table pose, bringing the knees under the hips. Your hands under the shoulders. Lift your right leg up with the inhale. Exhale the forehead to the knee, round the back. Inhale the right leg up. When you're doing this, you're squeezing the glutes. Exhale, bring it in, and you're squeezing the belly. One more, inhale it up. Hold it here, left toes tuck, right leg up. Inhale. Exhale the right knee to the right elbow. Come back up, inhale. Exhale the knee to the left elbow. Inhale back up. Right foot between your hands as we exhale, we come back into that lunge. This time the back knee is off of the mat. Sit low into your right knee and start to arch the back. Both arms are up this time. Left knee is off the mat. Deep breath in. Straighten your back leg and sit lower in your right knee. Deep breath in. Squeeze your left glute. Hands come down as we exhale. Right foot goes back to plank. Inhale. Lower down slow all the way to the belly. So notice when you come down to the belly, the whole body is straight and on your mat. Hands are under your shoulders. Bring your gaze a foot in front of your mat. Look there. And then starting to lift the chest. Notice the feet are going to want to lift. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Push the tops of your feet down. Deep breath in. Lift the chest higher if you can. Exhale, down dog. As you're going into your downward dog, move with awareness, move with intention. Hold your downward dog and breathe. As you're doing this, I want you to feel more expansion, just like how we did when we were in our child's pose. Your downward dog is opening up through your back. Bring your left leg up, inhale. Bend the knees, stack the hip, exhale. Left leg up, inhale. Plank, knee to the left elbow, exhale. Coming back up, inhale. Exhale to the right elbow. Up, inhale. Left foot between the hands as we exhale. High lunge, inhaling arms up. And lean back as we exhale. We're squeezing through the back. Take a deep breath in. Hands down as we exhale. Inhale the left foot to plank. Hold your plank. And with the exhale, just the right knee comes down. Lift your left knee, inhale. Forehead to knee, exhale and round. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, round. Last one, we hold it up. Right toes tuck, lift to a one-leg dog. Step the left foot between your hands and walk your hands to the center of your mat. We are now in a wide fold. Turn your toes out and bend your knees wide. Inhale to lift the hips, let the head hang. Exhale to bend the knees. Inhale to lift the hips. Exhale to bend the knees, lift the chin. Take your hands to each knee. Bring your left shoulder towards your right inner thigh. Bring your right shoulder to your left inner thigh. And moving side to side. We're trying to open up through the spinal joints, and we're also trying to create some strength into the glutes and some length into the inner thighs. Just a couple more. Going over to the left, and inhale, center. Lift the hips, turn your toes forward and fold. Inhale to stand, reaching the arms up. We're now in a 5-pointed star. As we exhale, lean over to the left and lift your right leg. You're still in your 5-pointed star. Deep breath in and exhale, come back to wide feet. Arms up. Inhale, 5-pointed star, and we lean to the right as we exhale. Stay strong through the abdominal wall. Deep breath in. Exhale, come back to that 5-pointed star. Hands come to your heart and turn your toes out as we bend the knees to a squat. Inhale, come back to that 5-pointed star. Exhale, lean over to the right and hold your right leg up. Inhale. Hands come to heart. Right foot goes down, knees bend. Exhale. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Ground your right foot, turn it forward for more balance, and exhale, lean to the right. Take a deep inhale, lift your left heel really strong. Exhale, plant the foot, toes turn out, hands to heart, squat down. Inhale, straight arms, left toes, turn to the front, open up the right leg, and exhale, bend to that squat. Let's go. Inhale, over to the right, and exhale to that squat. Inhale, left. Exhale, squat. Inhale, right. Exhale, squat. We're gonna hold here. Take a slow inhale, turn the toes forward, and as we exhale, sit low. Inhale to lift a little, and exhale to sit low. Inhale to lift a little, and exhale, sit low. Take your hands to the center of your mat, lift your hips, walking the hands to the front of the mat, keeping your feet so that they are about 2 feet apart. So you'll see that both of my legs are straight. If you need to, use your block for this, and you can have your hands on a block. What we're doing is having both toes pointing in the same direction. I'll go this way so you can see me. My left hip is pulling back and my right hip is pulling forward. I'm trying to keep my spine parallel with the floor. So if that means you have to come up higher with your block or using your strength. Hands can be on your mat, whatever feels good to you. I'll go this way so you can see me. You stay where you are. The right hand is going to stay on the mat or your block. If you don't have a block, use a stack of books. Left hand is going to go to the top of your front left shoulder, and we start to turn the left shoulder towards the ceiling. Notice as I'm doing that, the left hip is going back with me. So I'm keeping the tailbone pointing directly to the wall behind me, and now the left arm goes up. So you'll notice here, I want the neck to be in line with the spine. Tendency is for the head to hang. So notice here, both sides of the neck are equal, both legs are equally long, and that left arm doesn't really need to be up. We're just trying to create that space into the chest. Take one more inhale, see if you can lift your kneecaps, spread your toes, and exhale to release the hand. Come to a forward fold. We're holding here. Allow the hands to take a hold of opposite elbows, letting the head hang. Slow breath in. As we exhale, bend the knees. Now the knees are together, the ankles are together. Inhale, come up to stand, arms up. Hands to heart and bend the knees, exhale. Straighten the legs, sweep the arms out and up on the inhale. Exhale, come back down to our chair. One more, inhale to open it up. Exhale to fold. We're gonna stay down, step the feet wide, and we're turning to the right foot now. The left foot is about 2 feet behind the right, taking the block if you need it, hands on the block. You can go to the lowest point of the block or the highest, it doesn't matter. What I want you to do is feel this open up into the right hamstring. Lift your kneecaps if you can, and see about that left foot. See if you can get the heel to go down. Again, I'll just turn so you can see me. The left hand is going to stay on the block, taking the right hand to the front of your right shoulder. Am I doing the wrong leg? Yeah, I'm doing the wrong leg. And then we turn the right side chest towards the ceiling. The hips are pulling back, right hip back, left hip forward, kneecaps up, and when you're ready, the right arm comes up. It's a pretty strong twist. Notice the spine is straight, the crown is still reaching away from the tailbone. Lift your kneecaps and spread your toes. Deep breath in. Exhale to lower the hand and step back to plank. As you move into your plank, be aware of what you're using to get there. Only use the necessary amount of effort. Hold here. Ease the muscles of the face and the jaw. One more breath in. On or off your knees, we're doing 3 push-ups. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale your head. Exhale down, inhale up. Last one, we're going all the way down, upward dog with the inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Rock the hips side to side. And we're gonna stay in our child's pose for a few more breaths. Walk your hands outside right of your mat. We're trying to access movement into the left side. Inhale through center and over to the left. Press your right hip out to the right. Press your armpit down. Inhale, come back through center, up into table pose. Downward dog, exhale. Come back down to table. This time the toes are gonna stay tucked under. Walk your hips back towards your heels. You can stay here or take the hands onto your thighs. This is a pretty intense stretch for the bottoms of the feet, so only do what feels good for you. If you're here and tensing through the shoulders or the ankles, it's not gonna help. So I need you to stay calm while you're in your pose. Let your exhale fall out of the bottoms of your feet. Big breath in. I know it's starting to get a little tight. You can control your reaction. Exhale and allow it to soften. A slow breath in. And exhale, let's come forward to table, downward dog once again. Slow breath in. Press your heels towards the mat. And with the exhale, we come to seated. I'll go this way so you can see me. My knees are as wide as the mat. I can sit onto the backs of my heels or in between my feet. This might be too much. Then you would take your block and you're sitting on the block. If this is still too much, do one leg at a time and you're still sitting on the block. If you're doing one leg at a time, hold it for about 3 breaths on each leg and then switch sides. If you need more intensity, you don't need the block. You can sit right into the feet and maybe lean back a little bit. We're trying to access movement into the ankle joints. As you're here, notice if you're tensing other areas of the body that aren't required, maybe through the jaw, the face, the thoughts. Allow yourself to stay calm here. It's a perfect opportunity to thank your knees, thank your feet, thank your breath. If you haven't switched sides yet, go ahead and do so. Keep your breath slowly moving and let it go through your thighs. Let it go through your knee joints, all the way to your toes. A couple more breaths. And we'll move. Come back up. Move to seated. Bring the legs long in front. Toes are pointed towards the ceiling. Reaching the arms up and exhale to fold. You can take a hold of your toes if you'd like, or you can let your hands rest by your thighs or your shins. It doesn't matter how much you're reaching forward. It doesn't matter how low you go. We're trying to open up the backs of the legs so wherever you are is perfect. When you're here, start to breathe into your back and feel that breath going through the hips into the backs of the knees. A couple more breaths here. And keeping your knees your heels at the front of your mat, come up and bend your knees. So now the hips come to the heels. Reach the arms to the height of the shoulders and we slowly roll back for 3, 2, 1. Once you come down, reach the arms all the way to the back of the room. The arms are gonna stay back. Bend your knees, planting your feet in line with your hips. And as we inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, the hips come down as the hands come down. Inhale, the hips up, arms go back. Exhale, hips down, arms down. Keep reaching out of the fingers as you're lifting. And as you're exhaling, really slow that down. Feel that the glutes and the thighs are really working. Inhale, back up, arms to the back of the room. Exhale, hips down, but the arms go to the ceiling. Lift your ankles, so now your ankles are in line with the knees and the shins are parallel to the floor. Bring your right heel to the front of the room and the left arm to the back of the room. Exhale, come back to center. So both knees are bent and arms are to the ceiling. Left heel forward and the right arm back. Notice what's going on with your low back. Push it down. Exhale, come back to neutral. Center, knees point to ceiling, and switch. Left heel, right fingers. The abdominal wall is really strong. Exhale, back to center. Left heel, right fingers. Stay really strong in your low back. Exhale, come back up to center. One more on each side. It's not about moving the arm and leg. It's about pushing your low back into the floor. Last one. Left foot, right fingers. Exhale, come to neutral. Take your palms to the tops of your shins. As you're here, push as much as you can with your hands. Push back as much as you can with your knees. And push your low back into the floor. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold here, left side. Now the right arm and leg go back. Inhale, exhale, back up to the ceiling and center. 3 on this side. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. Keep pushing that left side. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. We're switching now. Right hand pushes onto the right thigh. Left arm and leg straighten. Exhale, bring them to the ceiling. Push your low back down. Inhale, open. Keep pushing with your right hand. Exhale to the ceiling. Keep pushing with your right knee. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Knee up, hands to the knees, and rocking side to side. Keeping the knees into the chest, hold to neutral, arms wide, and get your knees to the left. Turn your gaze to the right. Soften through your low back. Tendency here is for the back to arch. See if you can let your low back soften all the way up into the mid back. Notice if your rib cage is puffed out. Feel that your breath is allowing it to expand, but you're not pushing the chest up. One more breath here. And exhaling to neutral and over to the right with the knees, the gaze to the left. Exaggerate your breath into the space that you can create there. We're expanding through the right rib cage. We're allowing the knees and the ankles to stay soft. Slow breath in. And exhale. The left knee goes out to the left. The gaze goes to the ceiling. Bring the bottoms of the feet to touch. Let your arms go overhead. Allowing the eyes to close. Soften through your lower back. Breathing here. Notice if you're creating your own tension. Soften your hips, soften your glutes. Breathe into your belly, breathe into your chest. Drag your heels to the front corners of your mat and allow your arms to come out by your sides. Palms are turned open, eyes are closed. As you're breathing, expanding the breath through the whole body. When you're exhaling, the whole body is releasing down. Take one more slow breath in. Smile on your exhale. Bringing your knees into your chest. Hands to the knees and rocking side to side. And coming all the way onto your right side. And coming up to seated. If you want, you can use your block to sit. Bring your hands to your heart. Allow your shoulders to soften down. Close the eyes. Slow breath in, big smile, and exhale from the mouth. Opening the eyes, I thank you, namaste. That was a shorter practice, it was about a half hour, and I really hope